Hi, this is Jeff Shapiro, and for the next half hour, I'll be reading from the February 19th issue of the Kenton Bee and the Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service. Bidding farewell. Excuse me. The town of Tonawanda Supervisor Joseph Ebinger honored Police Chief James Stoffinger at the board meeting on February 9th. He also received a citation signed by Governor Kathy Hochul with commendations and gratitude on the occasion of his retirement for his 30-year-long career with the department and commitment to keeping New Yorkers safe with his steady leadership and oversight. Frank Puglisi, the governor's Western New York regional representative, presented him the citation on behalf of the governor. Stoffinger served as chief from August 2019 to February 26. He retired on February 19th. Town Supervisor Joe Eminger said, "You have upheld the standard of accountability. You have protected and served the people of the Tonawanda to the nth degree. You will always be held in high esteem by me. You have modernized the department. You were the right person for the right time when we brought you on board. You have earned your retirement. 31 years with the department is a good run. Thank you for a job well done." Chief Stoffinger recalled when he was appointed chief. "When I was hired, I pledged I would never take my responsibilities lightly, and I never have. I've watched the department grow, adapt, and serve with distinction. We faced a lot of adversity. We made it through, and we are stronger today. It was a tough road. What I know and believe is we developed a police department that commands respect from our citizens and the law enforcement community. I'm filled with gratitude for the opportunity to serve, the privilege of leading, and the honor of serving this department." He closed with Semper Fidelis. Ishizaki tours the Tonawandas to compose a special piece marking 200 years of the Erie Canal. Albany Symphony's Water Music New York Festival will perform at a free concert in the Tonawandas at 8 p.m. on August 15th at Gateway Harbor Park, which will coincide with the Carnegie Art Spree and Eats on Webster. This project, called Water Music New York, More Voices Festival, is a multi-arts creative placemaking initiative to commemorate the bicentennial of the completion of the Erie Canal. The project, in partnership with New York State Canal Corporation, is bringing together art, history, and current issues to highlight the past, the present, and future communities along the historic waterway. The initiative partners with composers, local artists, cultural and educational institutions, and community members to explore the region's heritage and identity. By combining music and storytelling, the project aims to create meaningful connections among residents and visitors alike. Through WMNYMB, the Albany Symphony is working to generate new artistic, recreational, cultural, and economic opportunities for canal communities. Organizers believe that music and art can inspire conversation, broaden perspectives, and help reimagine the Erie Canal as it enters its third century. The project builds on the success of the Albany Symphony's original 2017 Water Music New York Festival, when the orchestra famously performed while traveling along the canal. The new initiative focuses on highlighting underrepresented voices, including women, immigrants, people of color, indigenous communities, and even the voice of nature itself. The effort is part of a broader commemoration of the bicentennial of the completion of the Erie Canal. To mark the 200th anniversary, the Symphony partnered in 2025 with the New York State Canal Corporation and commissioned 5 composers to create new works inspired by the canal's history and legacy. Hana Ishizaki will be the composer and premiere at Gateway Harbor Park on August 15th, stated Lily Whiteman, program manager. The focus is on immigrant experiences, women's stories, and the Black experience of living and working along the canal, which also served as a route on the Underground Railroad. The ongoing efforts aims to continue exploring these more difficult and complex chapters of the canal's past, fostering a fuller and more honest understanding of its legacy, said Whiteman. Ishizaki and her team visited the Tonawondas in the last week of January and the first week of February and spoke to community members to create a new piece which will showcase the stories from the Tonawondas as the culmination of the Erie Canal's bicentennial. This is the terminus of the canal, and we're thrilled. We've been touring around the community, and we are bowled over by the community spirit and the way people come together to get things done, says Ishizaki. Ishizaki and her team plan to visit 2 more times before the concert to craft a piece that's all about the Tonawondas, including its future. It's exciting to be a part of the project because the piece itself will be inspired by the people that are here. I'm grateful to have had that first visit. The piece hasn't been written yet. This is part of research and development process of composing, she said. She stated she learned about the history of the Twin City, Tonawana's connection to the Wurlitzer factory, and the mechanization of music with its automatic organs, jukeboxes that were involved. She invites community member artists and historians to reach out to her with any thoughts related to the community. She can be reached by email at lilyw@albanysymphony.com or by phone at 518-465-4755, extension 151. Get rid of your cabin fever. It's Still on the Hill Winery and Spirits. Don't let the winter blues get you down. Take a ride with friends, family, or make it a date night to the winery. Snowmobilers are welcome too. They partner with the nonprofit Western New York Snowmobile Club of Boston Incorporated so that it connects to the winery and larger trails which connect with Hamburg, East Concord, and Boston. Check their website socials, thebandbnews.com, to see the recently opened trail extension that connects to the winery for snowmobilers. Our visitors can enjoy items like cheese, crackers, spinach artichoke dip with naan, buffalo chicken dip with tortilla chips, cheese pepperoni pizza, chicken wing pizza, and more. Also, sample our red and white wines, hard ciders by Black Creek Cidery, mead by Bee Spit Meadery, cocktails and spirits, vodka seltzers, mocktails, craft and domestic beer, non-alcoholic beer, and more. They offer live music year-round and events with something for everyone to enjoy. Thursdays, get a pizza or panini with 2 drinks for only $20, and Sundays, get Bloody Marys for $6.75 all day. See our February events ad with live music lineup in the section of the Bee. Hosting a party? Our special winery patio is perfect for your indoor or outdoor baby or bridal shower, birthday party, or any event. Call us at 716-864-0533 or visit stillonthehillwinery.com today. The following tidbits are from the police blotter. Village of Kenmore on Friday, February 6th. A man reported his vehicle was stuck in the snow in a parking lot and he was unable to free it. He was referred to United Towing for assistance. A business owner reported several vehicles parked in a private lot without authorization. Patrol contacted the vehicle owners, who agreed to move their vehicles. Saturday, February 7th. A gentleman in a black and red jacket and jeans decided a parking lot on Nash Road needed a little redecorating. He unloaded several, quote, collections, unquote, of garbage before making his exit. Patrol tracked him down on Delaware Road, gently reminded him that public parking lots are not personal landfills, and encouraged him to retrieve his generous efforts. He did, and was sent on his way. A caller reported that a juvenile neighbor came to her residence stating that her grandmother was intoxicated and harassing her, and that she believed that the grandmother was driving with her brother in the vehicle. Patrol located the vehicle as it pulled into the neighbor's driveway. The operator showed no signs of impairment and stated she had been involved in a verbal argument with the juvenile who left the home. The juvenile was returned to the residence. Sunday, February 8th. A concerned caller reported that what sounded like a heated dispute between two women that had potential to escalate. Patrol responded and learned the root of the domestic disturbance, a spirited debate over a pair of socks. One of the women, who admitted to being intoxicated, promised to lower the volume. Patrol responded to a report of a man lying on a sidewalk in the snow with a brown jacket covering him. Officers located the individual, who declined medical assistance. Patrol helped him contact a relative, and no further assistance was required. Monday, February 9th. A passerby reported a woman sitting near the corner of Military Road and Mang Avenue who appeared to be sleeping or unconscious next to a building. Patrol located the woman, who stated she was out for a walk and resting. She declined assistance. A resident reported that an electric snowblower was taken from her porch sometime over the weekend. A police report was filed. Tuesday, February 10th. A caller reported a suspicious vehicle repeatedly moving forward and backward in a parking lot. Patrol located the vehicle and spoke with the driver, who stated she was having difficulty operating the key fob on her rental vehicle. Officers assisted her. No further action was taken. On Wednesday, February 11th, a man reported that while riding his bicycle on Myron Avenue, a motorist nearly struck him. The driver exited the vehicle and allegedly assaulted the caller. The caller requested only a blotter entry at this time and was provided with a complaint card. A caller reported a suspicious man walking through residential driveways wearing a black coat, a hat, and pants. Patrol located the individual, who stated that he was searching for his dog. He was advised that the Tonawanda Police Department had located the dog. Thursday, February 12th, the caller reported the man who had assisted her with moving belongings stole her tablet. A larceny report was filed. Town of Tonawanda, Saturday, February 7th. Patrol responded to a report of a black Chevy Trailblazer stopped at a traffic light with the driver slumped over. Officers woke the driver, who was coherent, and stated he was traveling from Buffalo to North Tonawanda when his vehicle's alternator failed. He said he fell asleep after being awake all day. He tested negative for alcohol, and he was advised to move the vehicle to a nearby parking lot and arrange for a private tow. February 8th. A store employee reported a customer yelling about a gas purchase. The woman stated that she prepaid $20 but received only 93 cents worth of gas. The receipt reflected 93 cents pumped. The clerk advised that a refund could not be issued until a manager was present. The woman said that she would return the next morning. February 9th, a store clerk reported a woman wearing a black coat yelling at employees and refusing to leave. She was upset about prior customer service. Staff requested she be advised not to return or face trespassing charges. She was notified and left without further incident. February 10th, a landlord reported an abandoned vehicle with a flat tire parked in his driveway. Patrol contacted the register owner, who stated she would have the vehicle removed. A resident reported a stray cat inside her home, believed to be in the basement. Patrol responded, but the resident was not present upon arrival. A cage trap was set after the animal could not be immediately located. February 11th, a caller reported a small chihuahua running loose in the area. The dog had no collar, tags, or microchip. Patrol secured the animal and transported it to a shelter. A man reported receiving an alert that his Social Security number had been used in California in an attempt to open an account. He reported the incident to his bank and enrolled in fraud alerts. He stated that he would contact police if further action was needed. February 12th. A woman reported receiving harassing and threatening phone calls following a dispute on social media. She was advised to block the numbers and cease contact. February 13th, a man reported receiving a scam call and purchasing a $300 Amazon gift card. After researching the situation, he realized it was fraudulent and did not provide the card information. He reported no financial loss. Patrol assisted him in blocking the number and advised him to avoid further contact. Attempts to reach the suspect was unsuccessful. You're listening to the readings of a Canton B on the Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service. The next article is entitled Can We Save Children or Can We Save Childhood Part 9, AI Toys and Children's Play. This is by Lindsay Brower-Zielski. This is a continuation from last article published on January 29th. This content is intended for informational purposes only, reflecting the author's own experiences and her research. The Jetsons cartoon is my first memory of the idea of artificial intelligence. As a kid myself, it seemed to be a crazy, far-fetched idea that a robot could have human characteristics and perform human tasks. If you never saw the cartoon, it was about a family who lived in the future. The sidewalks were automated, the cars flew, and we were introduced to a synthetic persona known as Rosie the Robot, the robotic housemaid. As I got older, the 80s explored the idea of the rise of the machines through Terminator and RoboCop, and explored concepts of AI turning against the creators and human hybrids. Children's toys were simplistic. Building sets, blocks, Cabbage Patch Kids, Lincoln Logs, dolls, Barbies, action figures like G.I. Joes, and He-Man filled kids' bedrooms in the 80s and 90s. Then, in 1998, the world was introduced to the first AI toy, the Furby. You could feed it, teach it words and phrases over time. It would purr, respond to light and sounds, and take naps. Furbies are still around, but now more AI-based toys surround them, replacing the open-ended loose parts play from the past. Here's where we must stop and think about children and technology. Studies are telling us that children today are forming relationships, even bonding, with AI chatbots or toys. There are two parts to this. Children's brains are still growing and developing social reasoning, emotional regulation, and understanding of reciprocity, or exchange of reactions. This makes them an easy target to create necessary connections that we as humans need. Parents and caregivers are distracted with their own technology, creating the deficit that biologically children need and are looking for, which when then being replaced with AI and bots. Fair Play, a leading nonprofit organization dedicated to protecting children from harmful and manipulative practices by big tech, sums it up well. The best toys for children are 90% child and 10% toy. Trust in childhood. We know that younger children are more trusting than older children. Their development of trust is based on relationships and interactions with caregivers. If you search the internet, you will see stuffed animals with AI built into them, replacing the role of the caregiver. These stuffed animals are designed to sing songs at bedtime, tell stories, and even allow the caregiver to click icons on an app so that the stuffed teddy bear gives the reminders of brushing their teeth or going to the bathroom instead of the caregiver. Caregivers are vital for development, not only because they're human, but they have warmth, touch, real emotions, and involvement in the child's life. Attunement is the process of being consciously aware of, sensitive to, and in harmony with the emotional state of another person, fostering deep connection and safety. AI toys cannot provide this. Over the last 15 to 20 years, we already are seeing an increased need for attention in children far greater than before. Some research suggests that it's starting in just months after birth. When a child is a baby, historically, caregivers would feed the baby and focus on the baby, reacting to noises or glances. Those moments of connection have slowly been replaced by the caregiver scrolling on their phone while feeding or rocking a baby, allowing the baby to then miss out on those connections. So it continues. The baby turns into a toddler and now through AI toys seeks attention or responses from those toys, but they are not genuine and real responses. Attunement is not something an AI toy can provide, only we can. These responses help us grow, develop, and navigate life as we go through situations. This false sense of attunement then again affects a child's ability to create trust. The research is just beginning on this topic and the long term effects on children. AI toys are created to keep you happy, keep you engaged, and even quickly smooth over conflict by rewording statements and apologize if they did something or said something you did not like. Facial recognition is being tied into these toys so that they can quickly engage with who or what they see, creating a deficit in the need for privacy. If you've ever scrolled on Facebook, you may notice how your latest Google search or even conversation about a product now appears as an ad. This same type of marketing is being added into AI toys for children, creating hyper-focused marketing campaigns for products or services. There's much more to unpack when it comes to AI and children's play, and we'll continue to cover this in the coming weeks. In the meantime, I encourage you to read the statement released by Fair Play at fairplayforkids.org to learn more. Applications are being accepted for Jim Smith Memorial Scholarships. Applications are being accepted by the Erie County Extension Foundation for the Jim Smith Memorial Scholarships. Smith was an avid supporter of 4-H youth programs and 4-H livestock auctions at the Erie County Fair. Scholarships are available to 4-H or FFA graduating seniors to further educational needs at college, technical, or vocational schools. Several scholarships are expected to be awarded. The deadline for submitting scholarship applications is April 2nd. The Erie County Extension Foundation will hold its annual golf outing on Saturday, July 25th at Chestnut Hill Country Club, 1330 Broadway, Darien Center. Proceeds benefit the Jim Smith Memorial Scholarships. Openings for the golf outing are available. Scholarship applications and golf outing registration and information are available on the Foundation website at eriecoef.org. Contact Rick Barber with any questions regarding the golf outing at 716-462-3806. Hochul announces partnership to promote free community college for injured workers. Governor Kathy Hochul recently announced a new partnership between the New York State Workers' Compensation Board and the State University of New York and City University of New York, SUNY, systems aimed at helping injured workers return to the workforce through free community college programs. The collaboration will promote the SUNY and CUNY Reconnect programs, which provide free tuition, fees, books, and supplies for adults ages 25 to 55 who do not already hold a college degree and are pursuing an associate degree in a high-demand field. As part of the effort, the Workers' Compensation Board is sending more than 5,000 mailers to recently injured workers and has launched a new webpage, web.newyork.gov/reconnect, to raise awareness. SUNY and CUNY Reconnect are life-changing programs that have already helped thousands of New Yorkers seize new opportunities to earn degrees in high-demand fields, Hochul said. I want to ensure that every eligible New Yorker is aware of the opportunities that they have to earn a degree, secure a good job, and help move New York forward. The Workers' Compensation Board will work with SUNY and CUNY to identify eligible injured workers and connect them with the free college programs. The board's vocational rehabilitation counselors who assist workers returning to employment after a work-related injury or illness will help guide applicants through the process. It can be devastating when workers' injury or illness prevents them from going back to their same job, Workers' Compensation Board Chair Frida D. Foster said. Free college through the SUNY and CUNY Reconnect programs can give these injured workers not just hope, but real skills and degrees. SUNY Chancellor John B. King Jr. said that the partnership expands access to higher education while supporting the state's workforce needs. SUNY's 30 community college, including SUNY Erie, which has 3 campuses in Williamsville, Orchard Park, and Buffalo. Under Hochul's 2025 State of the State initiative, SUNY and CUNY Reconnect covers educational costs for associate degree programs in fields such as advanced manufacturing, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, engineering, technology, nursing and allied health, green and renewable energy, and teaching in shortage areas. Hochul announced plans to expand the programs as part of her 2026 State of the State address. As part of the proposed fiscal year 2027 state budget, Hochul is seeking a $12.5 million investment to expand eligibility to additional career pathways, including logistics, air traffic control, transportation, and emergency management. The proposal would also make it easier for adult learners with a prior degree to return to college to pursue nursing. The funding would build on a $47 million investment made in fiscal 2026 to establish the scholarship program. The Workers' Compensation Board's vocational rehabilitation team offers free services to injured workers, including resume assistance, job search support, and coordination with employers for light alternative duty work. The board also employs licensed clinical social workers to help injured workers manage challenges associated with work-related injuries or illnesses. Hochul's 2026 State of the State agenda also includes a proposal to improve access to medical care for injured workers by allowing all eligible licensed medical providers in good standing to treat injured workers without requiring special board authorization. More information about Workers' Compensation Board services is available at wcb.newyork.gov. You've been listening to a reading of articles features from the February 19th issue of the Kenton Bee. We read from the Kenton Bee periodically. Your reader has been Jeff Shapiro. Thank you for listening.
Good morning. Welcome to another broadcast day of the Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service, a private, not-for-profit organization. Radio Reading volunteers broadcast daily readings of newspapers, magazines, and books. Terry, a blind and pretty handicapped persons who are provided reading radios. As always, please stay with us. Our Reading the Buffalo News is coming up in just a second.
The following program is intended for listeners who are blind,